We are live.
And a very good morning to you.
Good morning to you,
Hi, Ronnie. How you doing?
Doctor.
Or should I... Doctor?
Doctor.
Doctor? Grandpa?
Thank you. Grandpa.
Grandpa?
Papa.
Papa? No, remember I told you, now it's, Grandpa! I'm right here, buddy. Where's Grandma? Come on. I get that all day.
Oops. I mean, take...
She's not with you? No, she's not out here. Her purse is here.
You know she's not far.
Good detective work.
Well, I know for my in-laws,
Yes.
wherever my father-in-law is, my mother-in-law is probably no more than 6 feet away.
Okay, well then go ahead and say some stuff, some Ron stuff, while I'm trying to get my feet up.
Yeah. So they have and they don't. It's really, I guess it's kind of cute, but whenever he goes out in the yard, she goes out in the yard. If he's got a doctor's appointment, she's going to go with him. She doesn't really drive a lot anymore, but certainly if he's going to go to the doctor, then yeah, she's right there.
Huh, I don't have a feed of it, Ronnie. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, really?
You have it on your YouTube on your phone?
Yeah.
You do?
Yep.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not getting it on. Let me see. Well, I can tell you, Vicky's here, Rick Clemenson's here, Randy's here, Tisha's here.
They're on the YouTube?
No Matt today, we know.
Right.
And KDM is here. So.
Wow.
But you know what? I am not seeing it on my computer, but we're obviously on.
Huh. Off to another booming start here, I see.
Yeah.
And look at me smiling best I can.
It's always something. Oh, yeah. I wonder what people think of my background. Pretty sexy, huh?
Well, some will know and some won't, I suppose.
Yeah. You know, the coronavirus kind of has the same hairdo that I have. Right? Kind of just sticking up at all different angles.
It does. Can you move your head any more to your right? Now you look like one of the characters from a Dr. Seuss movie.
Well, I do not like green eggs and ham. I had to throw some out earlier.
You're not fond of the green the ham?
No.
No.
I did have some ham that had turned green.
And?
I had a little bread that turned green also.
Did you have them together?
Yeah. You know what? Could have been an interesting combination, but it's what happens when your wife's not home. Nobody goes through the refrigerator and throws moldy food out.
I don't frankly think that we're on, Ronnie.
We are.
Let me get over here. Watching on your phone, but I am not seeing it on mine. Moon River,
chopped liver, onions on the side.
The Nile. See, now, if you're not getting the feed, you're missing out on that right there. Because you know what I was doing there, Ronnie? I'll tell you what I was doing. You want to know what I was doing there?
A Boomhauer impression?
Swooning.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were doing Boomhauer from Hank Hill.
I think swooning is one of the words that got dropped from Webster's dictionary because it was so old and no one had ever used it.
Yes. Yeah. Vicky's confirming that we are on.
Well, you know what? God knows. If Vicky says we're on, then I believe that we're on. It's not like we're not delivering the really good content. You know, I got some feedback after last week's show.
Good or bad feedback?
Well, I don't think it was good. You know how you and I kid about how our show, the way that it's different from a lot of YouTube shows is that it's really about nothing.
It's the Seinfeld of YouTube.
It is. And for us to hide it or try to hide it, it's not doing anybody any good, as witnessed by last week's show when we had very little planned. Yet we still did an hour.
Well, and it was odd because I didn't have my normal setup. I was in San Francisco.
Oh, I'd almost forgotten that. Yeah.
And all I had with me was my iPad.
Uh-huh.
And so, it was a little bit of a little bit different. So, all right, now I found it on the computer.
Says you.
We're definitely on.
Well, I won't be able to watch them for some reason or another.
Oh my goodness, my old friend Vicky Brookover is here.
Oh, well, it's been a couple of weeks since we've heard from her.
Yeah, I went to college with her.
Wow. Was it just you and her at the college, or were there other people?
It was the College of Rock Knowledge.
Oh, so it was just the two of you then?
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay. All right.
Yep.
Wider than the Nile. It's my fallback. It's been my earworm for about the last 2 weeks.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I had one of those. I woke up singing it. Can't think what the hell it was though. I had the weirdest dreams last night, but I slept sound. Man, I really slept sound for a change. I must have been pretty tired.
I had a rough day yesterday. I won't go into it, but I slept a lot. And so all were concerned that I wasn't going to sleep at all last night. And I fell asleep early. And then I woke up and it must have been 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I double checked on my phone and it was just 8:30. I slept for like 3 hours and I thought I'd slept all night. And I kind of remember waking up or Teresa came in to go, I don't know what it was. And she woke me up. I go, what is going on? What day is it? What time is it?
I did have a startle at about 4 a.m. Where I heard a sound, and normally I sleep fairly sound, but I think less so as it gets closer to 5 and 6 in the morning. But I heard a sound that sounded like, I don't know, a door closing or a door being kicked open or something. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's not good.
It was kicked open. Sorry.
Yeah. So I came downstairs and my son was making a bowl of ice cream. At 4 a.m. He had
Vinny
some kind
Sacks.
of yeah. He's making himself a bowl of ice cream. So,
well, can you blame him?
So I put the gun away and went back upstairs.
Oh, so there's a lesson to be learned here.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No ice cream at 4 a.m.
Man, that was really smooth the way you worked that in there.
So.
Oh, that's funny.
But
Vinny.
Typically, and the biggest thing is though, if I hadn't come downstairs to check it out, if I think, oh, I'm sure it was nothing, I would have never been able to fall back asleep. And
well, not if you'd killed him. No, probably not. I'm sorry. That was the only thing. And I don't know if I'm alone on this or if everybody was thinking the same thing I was at the very same moment, which was, does a police officer who sleeps upstairs go downstairs when there's a noise with a gun? And I guess now we know the answer is
yes, they do. And I will, if I can't pinpoint the source of that,
right?
I'll walk the perimeter of my house
with the gun.
Yep. And make sure inside and outside,
mm-hmm.
because there's no way I'm going to be able to fall back asleep.
What do you give, a freeze?
No, there's like bang, bang, stop. So
Oh, so there's a time
there's a war.
lapse.
Yeah, there's a warning, but it
Right.
might be just right after the bang, bang.
Yeah.
So,
I see.
uh, but yeah, there's no way to fall back asleep if you don't know what the
Ow.
source of the noise was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got you. Somebody's gonna have to wake me up.
Hello, I'm breaking into your house.
Right. And they're probably gonna have to tidy up some before we notice. I love that joke.
You know what?
Oh, crap.
So
I forgot
about
coffee.
God, it's been a while. I don't know. It was probably last summer. Vicky and I left, and I think we were probably in the Corvette. And so we backed it out of the garage, and we were headed, who knows where? I'm not sure. Sam's Club, Sierra College, whatever. And my neighbor called me and said, "Yeah, we saw you leave, and your garage door started to close, and then it went back up." Like, oh man.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, well, you know what? And I know for a fact we were on our way back home. We were probably 10 or 15 minutes from home. And I said, just leave it open. Don't worry about it. I go, and
in
if
your neighborhood, seriously?
Yeah. And I said, and if you see anything in there you need, go ahead and help yourself.
Right. Loot away.
Yeah. Take it, because it might be years before we realize it's gone. So, but unfortunately, and I have one of those garage door openers on the outside, like
Yeah.
a keypad.
Right.
He goes, I think if I touch this button, it'll go down. And it did. So he goes, okay, you're good.
What do you think it hit on?
Enter. If you hit the enter button.
No, Ronnie, I don't want the secret to your house. Why do you think it didn't close? Maybe that's a better question.
So what happens quite often is either the cat is going in or coming out of the garage.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
that's
breaks
right.
That beam. If that beam gets broken as it's on its way down. And so I'm guessing Punky was probably in the garage and then ran out as we drove away. Or she ran in as we drove.
You got to know I miss that cat.
She's a joy.
Yeah, great cat. Yeah. Not so great with the garage door, but
and I've woke up in the morning before and go outside to run the dogs, and my garage door's up. And Vince had, in the middle of the night, he's used the garage door to go outside, and the cat, broke the beam as he was coming back in, and so it's up.
I got news about cats. They do what they want, Ronnie.
Yeah. You
don't really have a cat.
You can't control them. You can only hope to contain them.
Yeah.
They're like the greatest whiteout ever.
I know. And you know what? You want to talk about unpredictable. Cats are even more unpredictable than women. There, I said it.
I don't think anybody would argue with that. But you're talking about 1A and 1B. It's a close race.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's a photo finish.
All right. I'm with you. Maybe we should.
Christine Kenzie says she slept through a tornado. So she's a sound sleeper.
Yeah, I can relate. Honestly. Let me re-log into my phone. I don't know why it's happening, Ronnie, but I can't see the live chat. While we're okay, well, I can't worry about it. I'll watch it later today. I'm just hoping that everything's okay sound wise and everybody can see us. So if a couple of people will just weigh in and let me know assuredly, I would be better prepared to do the remainder of the show.
Oh, Melanie says she's never had a cat, but that hasn't stopped the neighborhood cats from pooping in her yard.
Yeah. Outdoor cats, where else are they going to go? It's, you know what? I'll tell you what, Mel, let me explain something to you here. And far be it from me to dictate to you life and its generalities, but I will say this. It's kind of like a man on a golf course. You with me so far, Ronnie?
I'm with you.
When we have to go to the bathroom, if we're not at hole 1, 9, or 18, there's a problem. We're faced with a decision.
Hopefully you're not playing at Mather because there's not a lot of trees at Mather.
Good point. Boy, it's been many years since I played. I used to love to play that course.
Yeah, because it's long and straight.
Yeah. No.
It's the general's course.
Right. It's pretty difficult. Yeah, it's kind of like that, Mel. We I don't want to simplify here. When you got to go, you got to go. And not all of us are standing on top of the roof of the golf cart as it's driving, peeing. Not all of us, he said for a friend.
Salty Dog's here. Good. So that'll liven up the conversation.
That's awesome. That's just awesome. I was thinking about this. It's been a very interesting week here at the Gallagher compound, and I was just thinking about how lucky I am to have people like Salty Dog and all the people on our live chat, Melanie, and of course you, Ronnie, and it's just. I didn't really want to get up this morning and do this.
Yeah.
That old saying, the show must go on. I've got that surgery coming up pretty soon, and it's about all I can think about. And unfortunately, I'm in a great deal of pain right now in several areas. And so I hope I've got the clown makeup on just right this morning.
It looks pretty typical.
Okay, good. Because I tell you.
And I noticed you brushed your hair, so.
Boy, do I need a COVID haircut before I go get surgery.
Yeah, I'm gonna be cutting my hair a little later. It's standing up a little bit taller than normal.
You got a little De Niro going on there or something or other. I can't tell what it is.
It's slicked back just a little bit because it's so tall that
maybe it's Pacino.
It's falling over. Yeah, it's more Pacino.
Ocho.
Yep.
Enos. Edos. Essos. Espressos. What else is going on? I've got a whole bunch of stuff here. Our Mantasy Draft this week, Ronnie.
Yes.
It's going to be brand names.
Yep.
Okay, and I guess the best way for me to put this in perspective for our beloved viewers is to give an example.
Okay.
I almost hate to give one of my examples. So let me see if I can think of one. Oh, okay. All right. A brand name. Armor All.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Armor All. It's good. Boy, we sold a lot of. When I first started at Savings Center, they had the market cornered.
No doubt.
They were the only name in the business for interior car products.
Mm-hmm.
And if you think about that original formula, it was awful. It was slick.
Yep.
It
Greasy.
was super shiny. And if you put it on your dashboard and you left your car parked out in the sun, the next day you had a fog on the inside of your windshield because it like gassed off.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's right. Gassed off.
So the newer formulas are much better, but there are so many. There's literally 100 different formulas of interior detailers. So I think they've lost a little bit of their market share now.
Ronnie.
Yeah. Oh, you get it?
Yep.
Nice.
That was weird. I'm not sure how I did, but I did. Okay, so I want to make sure that Jason was first this morning.
Yeah. Oh, was he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on a second.
Melanie was second. Mel, you got nabbed by just a second.
Yeah.
And
I missed.
Sorry, because there was Such a big prize, too.
You were so close, though.
Yeah,
You know what?
it's got to make
Try
you
to
feel
get next
better.
week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot for next week. Number 2, there's no, well, there is a little bit of shame in being number 2, but not a lot. So,
And for Jason, yo, brother.
Are you trying to live long and prosper?
No, I'm doing West Coast.
Oh.
No.
Live long and prosper.
No, you got to get the 2 in the middle right, so there's a W.
There we go.
See it?
Yeah.
My fingers don't work.
This W is a little crooked on this
That's
end.
it. You've got it. Congratulations, buddy. Rick Clemenson, good morning to you. Randy Brazil joining us. Tisha. Katie M. Katie M.
Regular. She's being a real regular now.
She is.
Melanie says she's going to keep trying. She's shooting for that number 1 spot.
I know. I thought she had it just a couple weeks back. Carrie Toes, good morning. Carrie, hi. Thanks for watching today. I love to see these names. Corvette Ronnie saying hi to everybody. Matt is on the road. Yes, he emailed us. Isn't that something? How many other shows do you know of where
people are going to check in if they're going to be absent?
Yeah, just want to let you know there's a reason why I can't be there today. Well, what? And then Ronnie's over here like, I'm going, oh, that's okay. We understand. Ronnie's like, well, what are you doing exactly?
Yeah.
Why are you going to need to do it during that hour?
Do you have a note from Tisha?
He's like that.
That might be an unexcused absence. We're going to have to scrutinize it a little bit more closely.
How many shows do you know that aren't about fashion get questions about hair? Ronnie, are you using a gel this morning?
A Corona gel, yes. No, there's no gel in this.
My 4-year-old grandson just got a haircut, and he still has more hair than you do. And I said to him yesterday, I go, did you get your hair cut? He goes, yeah, I did. I go, you look so handsome. He goes, I know.
Yeah. He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He does. He looks so handsome. Oh, my. All right, let's see. Crooner. Tisha wants to know, Crooner, yeah, you heard me. I crooned. Without even stretching, I crooned.
Yeah. Oh, and then, so Christine also, she wrote me an email yesterday that said she's not going to be here next week. So she's already checked in. Christine, I'm going to need a note from Mark for your absence. So,
was she actually booked for that week, or?
I don't have it on my calendar. So,
well, I'll tell you what, we won't charge her. We won't charge her the fee.
You won't see a bill on your YouTube account for next week's show.
No, not from us anyway.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's going to a horse show. Horse show.
Oh, shoot. Wow. I just lost everything. Let's see. There's that. Okay, I'm back. I accidentally moved the... Oh, that was funny. Last night I was working on my prep for the show. And I was looking straight ahead at the computer and trying to use my peripheral vision to see the mouse.
Yeah.
And I wasn't really paying attention. And then I thought I had it and I was trying to move it, but it was like the mouse was resisting. It turned out it was the cat's paw. Which ironically is called a mouse.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Let's see.
Was the cat mouse pad?
I don't think I have the cat out here this morning. She was out here earlier.
She probably is not going to get anywhere close to you now if you grab her paws all the time.
Oh, not if she thinks there might be food in there.
Oh, true.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what she thought was going on. She was trying to stop my hand from moving so that she could see, what does this dude have? Is it tuna?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I do love me some tuna.
I promised this person who was talking about our show and how much preparation it goes into it. Remember we were talking about that, and then somehow we got sidetracked, which ironically, which was about our show being sidetracked. We still haven't gotten to anything on my list here.
Uh, yeah,
And Teresa says, "Is this just a show where you and Ronnie talk back and forth after not having talked for a week?"
pretty much. Yeah. And people get to add in. So you know what? Now would be a good time though
Yeah.
for people to come up with, in case we don't have any, because this is like so broad of a Mantasy category.
Oh yeah, please take it, Ronnie.
Yeah, if you have a brand name that you think might be the brand name that's going to win this Mantasy draft for one of us, throw it up in chat there. Yeah. So
That'd be nice.
yeah,
I have some of mine.
I've got one that I think is the clear winner, but I don't know.
I don't know how you can say that when I think the one that I have is the clear winner.
Well, then we must both have maybe the same one.
Impossible. There's a billion brands.
Yeah.
We didn't even say it had to be like top 10 brands. We just
True.
said brand names.
Yep.
And we didn't limit it. Like, I didn't say, as an example, Armor All wheel cleaner.
Right. Not the top 10 wheel cleaners, just brands of anything.
Yeah. And we didn't say stores.
Ooh. Oh, Christine, I think she knows you pretty well. She's saying Miller.
Oh, shit. I better write that down. Miller beer. How does she know me?
She picks up these little nuances. She's very good at picking things up off of our show.
I don't know what would make her think that. Miller, and this is empty, by the way.
It wasn't a half hour ago.
Yes, it was. I have my coffee right here. Thank you. And just so no one worries, yourself included, and I know you don't worry, but I never have a beer until at least 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And then it's 5:30, 6 o'clock sometimes, depending on when my wife gets home. And
right.
lately, I'm being honest with you. On the weekends, a little bit more, perhaps, maybe because it's the weekend. But in generally, I never. Honestly, God, and it's not that I haven't tried. I've tried to have a beer before, like at lunchtime with maybe a nice, delicious, hot plate of Mexican food.
Yeah, maybe. That might work.
Well, if I have my lunch served at 10 after 12 with a beer by 10 minutes to 1, I'm probably asleep already.
Sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know when a beer is the best?
Well, I'm willing to listen. Go ahead.
After you cut the lawn and it's hot. That's the best.
Yeah. Now, the caveat to this best beer thing is this. Beer needs to be appropriated at the right temperature.
Yep.
It has to be so close to freezing, but not beersically. Nobody wants a beersicle. Okay?
Yep. Yep.
So if freezing is what, 32?
For beer, it's probably higher because there's alcohol in it.
Yeah, you could be right there. I'm not sure chemically, but I'll trust you on this one.
Actually, it's probably. I'm sorry. It's probably lower temperature.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking maybe the correct temperature to serve beer would be about 31 or 32 degrees.
That's probably right about there.
And again, just over the years, one of the things that I've noticed is that when you take your beer and put it in the freezer to get it just right, it takes roughly about an hour to an hour and 5 minutes. At the end of that hour and 5 minutes, you need to get that beer out of the freezer before it turns.
Yeah, and into a frosty mug.
It's best in a frosty mug.
Yeah.
And the frosty mug should be in there about as long as the frosty beer.
So I have to tell you, yesterday I was trying a new thing out. We have Sam's Club, which is a lot like Costco. I have a Sam's Club and a Costco membership. But I find myself going to Sam's Club a little bit more often. So I went there yesterday and I was trying out something. They have an app, a Sam's Club app. And you can do all your shopping right from the app.
Oh, I'm loving this.
Without entering the store. And then you park in a designated parking spot. and you put in the parking number, and within 5 minutes, it was less than 5 minutes, they bring your order out to your car for you. So
And then it's touchless.
Yes, yeah. He just brings out the cart, and you just load it up in your back seat. He actually asked if he wanted me to put it, if I wanted him to put it in the truck.
Oh yeah, I can understand that.
And I said, no, that's fine. I only had like 5 items. Like I said, this was just kind of a trial run to see how it worked.
Are you an idiot, son? No. Okay, go right ahead then.
So anyway, for those 3 or 4 minutes that I'm sitting in my vehicle, I'm watching everybody in the parking lot. I love to people watch.
I know, me too.
It's like a huge, sociology experiment.
Exactly.
So I'm watching people, and out comes a guy pushing a shopping cart out of Sam's Club, and he has one item in it. It's a case of Corona beer. That's all he bought. He went to Sam's Club.
Was he being pranked or something?
What Sam's Club has, the lines sometimes are 5 minutes long, 5 or 10 minutes long.
Gotta love it.
I don't know what the line was inside yesterday because I never went in, but that's all I don't think I've ever left after going inside and shopping with fewer than maybe like 20 items, and $200. So, but he managed to just go in there and buy a case of Corona beer.
I can remember a time, probably 30 years ago, when my wife and I first started dating, and through her dad's business, she had a Sam's Club card, I guess it was. Uh-huh. Is that what it's called back then?
Yeah, I have that. I have a business membership also with Sam's Club.
Right, and she used to con me into going, and I can understand why a woman would not want to have to go by herself. I mean, unloading your cart with all the stuff that you need, she'd always lure me by saying, if you want, you could get a CD. And so I'd go over to the CD department, and I would carefully go through as many as I could while I was killing time while she was shopping, finding the ideal CD that I wanted to take home and listen to for the rest of the afternoon. So yes, and I'm not lying, I can be bought. I'm like a trained seal.
So it's very much like when you went with your mom to the store, kind of like a Target or whatever when you're a kid.
Right.
And can I go to the toy aisle?
Right.
Yeah.
I still do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Except now it's CDs.
Right. But now I don't go to the store at all. So it's CD, what am I going to do with a CD?
Right. Yep. So Christine wants to know if I'm able to get the military items online with your law enforcement background.
Military items? What military items?
I'm not sure exactly. So, I mean, with my law enforcement, I can buy guns that the general public can't buy.
Now, you didn't use that to help me buy my gun, right?
No.
Mine is completely legal.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yours has a 10-round magazine. Yeah, okay. So, and see, ours, when I buy one, it can have as many as I want. That's California law.
Gotcha.
But, she's saying clothing. So what we do, I haven't tried that, but we do have some, what do they call those? They're military surplus stores.
Army, Navy?
Yeah, it's like an Army, Navy store. And I have gone in there and bought some camo pants before to wear out to the range and whatnot. I'm trying to think, and I also bought some Paracord at the store, Army Navy store before. Paracord is like, oh my God, it's so strong.
For like parachutes?
Yeah, I think they use it for, I'm not even sure what the application is in the military, what Paracord would be used for. It's probably used in parachutes since it's got para right in it, but not on the parachute itself. It probably is part of the lines that hold the parachute to the person.
Yeah.
It's unbelievably strong. So,
FYI, I'm way past 60 days, no smoking, but as I'm sitting here and talking to you, I am having an awful craving all of a sudden, even this many days afterwards. Has something to do with this, which I've almost given up. But
really?
But yeah, I don't have it every day. Some days I just completely don't do it. But when I do it like this...
I don't drink coffee at all. And so, yeah.
And I've got something in my hand. And I'm trying to distract myself as I'm listening to you. All right. What do we got going online, Ronnie? I haven't even looked.
So
we haven't done our Mantasy picks yet.
That's true. Yeah. Oh, and Melanie's saying, stay strong.
Thank you, Mel. I am. And thank you, Christine. Appreciate that.
Boy, your surgery is
October,
coming right up.
October 14, yeah.
So,
I've got some preliminary stuff I got. You know, Ronnie, I honestly, I don't know how long I'm going to be down. I know I'm going to be in a neck brace for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
And
well, just wear a turtleneck. Nobody will notice. Are they going to put one of those cones over you? I hope so.
I know you do.
I have an extra one.
I don't scratch at the wound?
Yes.
I'm sure they've got the latest technology.
So Friday, speaking of cones, Friday when I went in, I worked at the sheriff's department Friday. And I was supposed to work Augie, a dog, whose normal handler, is out with back problems, and he's out for another week or two. And so I was going to go pick up Augie, and then the handler sent me a message and said, Augie's not going to be going to work today. And he sent me a picture, and Augie's wearing a cone.
Oh, no.
Yeah, Augie had a hematoma in one of his ears.
Ooh.
And which is just like a ginormous blood blister. And so he had to have surgery on it. And I don't know if you know, but ears, especially human ears and dog ears, they bleed like crazy because there's so many blood vessels very close to the surface. And so otherwise you could just, if you had a hematoma in a dog ear, you could just pop it and let it drain. But it would drain this in an ear. It would drain for a long time. So
because they move around so much.
Yeah, and so they did a little surgery and they stopped the bleeding. But now Augie's wearing a cone. It was the cone of shame.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyway, it was a very boring Friday at the dam. No dog to work or train, and so yeah.
A damn dam.
Yep, the dam.
God, we've been calling that a long time, huh?
Yeah. Holy cow.
Damn.
The dam. Where are you? I'm at the dam.
Yeah, well, where else would I be? At the dam.
Yep.
All right. So I think we're caught up there with everybody, and I think you and I are caught up. That was almost kind of like a Regis and Kathy Lee open to a show right there.
It kind of was, wasn't it? Yeah. Where we gave all our personal stuff and
we thought, well, that'll take 10 minutes. No, we're 40 minutes into this exactly right now. And that's what the comment was. You two aren't even getting to points. You're just bouncing around.
Yep. Well, Teresa knows it.
I know. You know what? We didn't even do All Rise this morning.
Oh, boy. Well,
but you know what, though?
Well,
we do what we want.
Yeah, that's right.
We do what we want.
We're kind of freelancing. We're making it up as we go along.
Yeah. You want a background behind your guy? There you go. Ronnie's got a background. You don't want a background behind a guy? You want a guy's thing? Well, there you go. There's a couple of radios and some trucks and some hats and God only knows, a few tools on the wall. We got it all for you today. And I do have a list of stuff for us to talk about right there. We haven't even gotten to it. So why don't we get to our Mantasy Draft right now, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let's just take a second here to make sure. I think... yeah, Salty, I love it when a plan comes together. See how I rounded that all up and brought it right back in?
No loose ends.
No. I'm Kathy Lee. Screw you, Ronnie.
I didn't think you'd see that.
I spotted it. All right, so let's see. All right, I guess I'm ready to go.
Okay.
All right, send in some brand names right now. I need a few. I wasn't online when you sent some of them in, and I don't have time to go back.
Yeah, I didn't actually see any.
Oh, really? Great, thanks. Yeah. Okay, here I'm counting on at least one.
Let me scroll back real quick.
All right. Hooli says she's doing her toes and she's tuned in.
Oh, well. I haven't done my toes in a long time.
I can't even reach mine.
I'll tell you, after I lost all that weight, I can finally see my toes again. So that was enlightening.
I think it's probably a really good idea that we don't have a scale around the house here, or else I'd be looking at upwards of 260.
Yeah, well, you know.
Paracord is used for everything along with 100-mile-an-hour tape.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you, it's extremely, you could tow a car with it, I believe. It's really durable. All right. Well, should we do our rock, paper, scissors here?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was just reading back, getting caught up, listening to you.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I know. Sorry. Forgot one. That's the one I want. All right. What are we going to do? Let's see. Rock, paper, scissors today.
Yep.
As always, what this means is the person that wins gets to either go first or defer and go second and take two picks. Got it? Good. Got it.
Got it. Good.
All right.
Get it?
Yep.
Got it? Good.
I'm thinking. I'm really thinking. And
I know how I'm going to go.
All right, I think I know too. Ready? Closing eyes.
Okay.
And 1, 2, 3.
Oh, dang. Yep.
Scissors cuts paper.
Thought for sure you're going to go rock.
That was the first thing that crossed my mind. Glad I changed that.
You know what? Christine called it in the chat. She says rock wins. It would have. Rock would have won today.
That's true. That is true. We battled with rock and paper last week, I remember.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, man. We missed all these comments of people about drinking and what time it is. Rick Clemenson says it's 5 o'clock somewhere, everywhere. Yeah. Good point. You know what drives me nuts is sleeping the day away, and it's all I seem to do lately.
I enjoy my sleep, but I don't sleep a lot. I probably sleep about 5 hours a night. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's on a good night.
Okay. So I'm going to go first.
Okay.
And in the first round, my first pick will be Pepsi.
Ooh, that's strong.
And now the picks go over to Ronnie. He will have the second pick in the first round and the first pick in the second round.
Okay. So my number one pick of brand, I'm going with Apple.
Ooh, man, that's a good one.
I love everything Apple puts out. You know what? I love
pie.
I've got an iPhone. I got an iPad. I
You got
got
an apple pie?
AirPods.
Oh, I've had those. They're good.
Mm, and I do like apple pie too. Okay, so that's my number one pick. I got Apple.
I got you.
Number two is this is almost unfair. I'm taking Procter and Gamble. They make everything. Everything. They make diapers. They make, cleaning supplies. They got all the bases covered. So I got Procter and Gamble.
Okay, so Ronnie has Apple and P&G. We'll refer to it as
Correct.
P&G.
Correct.
And Lou picked Pepsi in the first round. And so now I have two picks that come my way, and my remaining two. My second pick in the second round and my first pick in the third. All right, I'm going to check on our live chat first. I see it. All right. For my second pick, I'm going to go Microsoft. Ron, is there something you want to talk to us about? A relationship?
I miss my wife.
I see. To the point of awkwardness.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Do we run a disclaimer here?
We might have to up the age limit of this.
No, I already did that once for you. I'm not doing it again.
There was tongue involved there. Okay, so I heard Microsoft.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot. I completely forgot what I was doing. Okay, let's see. And then I'm going to go Amazon.
Ooh, yep.
1, 2, 3. Ronnie, you got one more pick?
Yep. I'm scratching out Amazon because that was my pick.
All right, good. And then my strategy worked.
Yeah. Well, I think I have another strong one.
We're doing our Mantasy Draft here. That's where we pick 3 items from a list, and we try to form a little three item team. And today we're filling a what would you call it? Pseudo shopping cart.
Yes. Yep.
And Ronnie has Apple. He has Procter and Gamble. And I have Pepsi, Microsoft, and Amazon. Ronnie will have one more pick, and then we'll come to you for your vote. Our beloved viewers that participate on our show every Sunday morning. All right, Ronnie, back to you.
Yep. My last brand, I'm going to go eBay.
Oh, that's a good pick.
eBay is, and I just ordered on eBay. I have this beautiful watch, and I've had it for about 3 years, and the band broke the other day.
I'll be a son of a...
$200 watch, and the band broke. So anyway, ordered off eBay. Boom, here in 3 days. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Yep. All right, so I have Apple, Procter and Gamble, and eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Lou has Pepsi, Microsoft, and Amazon. So, yeah. And Christine says she's an eBay junkie. You can't. You know what? I use Amazon quite a bit, but what I usually do is I build up a shopping list because I don't have Amazon Prime.
Oh.
So I'm trying to get enough stuff put together at one time that I get the free shipping.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. Melanie says Lou wins.
Of course. Wow.
Oh, and Christine says I win.
1-1.
And Melanie says you win. Oh, wait.
Rick Clemenson says Ronnie wins it all. Tom Marin. Oh, I can't see that. Marinock. Hi, Tom. Good morning. Says Ronnie. Let's see. Whoops, Ronnie 3-4. Okay. Let's see.
Vicky's for
Carrie
me.
Toes says Lou. Amazon for the win says Hooli. That was me. Jim Siri and Vicky say Ronnie. That's 2. So that gives you 5-3. Prime is $35, Ronnie says Hooli. Way better than Sam's.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? There's some things though that I need right now, and so then I go to Sam's Club.
Well, if you needed a vote from Salty Dog right now, you just got it.
Bingo, Salty Dog. You never disappoint.
Doesn't he sound like the kind of guy we want to have beer with?
Oh,
well,
man.
He and I would have a beer. You would have like a diet Dr. Dew.
I have an ice cold sparkling water.
Do you have iced tea? Oh, shut up. Iced tea.
Otis is giving you.
Go ahead.
Otis is going with you.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. We've on the live chat here, we have certain rules we have to abide by. In this particular case, did Otis vote more than once? Lou,
you know what?
Lou for the win. I'll take it. It gives me 4. 1 for Ronnie. Another one for Ronnie. Salty, I'm a tequila drinker too. That's fine.
Yeah, tequila's fine.
Can I prove
tequila
that?
and vodka? They're
Sure.
fine.
I can prove it right there.
Oh, Hooli says it's $99 a year. I guess that's for the Prime.
Yeah, but Prime is $99. I thought it was like $120, maybe with tax. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So either way, and I have a buddy who's got it, and he very rarely leaves his house for anything. To buy anything. He needs something. He just goes to Amazon, buys it, shows up 2 days later.
Are you talking about me?
And you also. Yep. But he's very pro Prime.
I was starting to get a little island sickness going on. I hadn't really left the house in a couple of days. And much to the thanks of my daughter, she took me out along with my grandson for lunch this last week. And realized there was something that I needed at the Walmart.
Oh, nice.
And the 3 of us were in her vehicle, so it wasn't like I could just all sit in the car.
Right.
My point is, I went into Walmart, and the worst part was I parked first with my daughter back by where the auto parts or auto work is done.
Yes.
They've closed that door.
Oh, really?
You can't go in that way anymore. So then we go over to where the gardening supply is. You can't go that way anymore. So then we got to park again all the way on the other side of the building, which was not that difficult. But when we go into the store, we're completely juxtaposed to where we need to be. And I'm having to deal with all these people coming in and out of rows and people traffic and people stopping right in the middle of rows and carts. And oh my God, I thought my head was going to explode. And so, it's September, and I'm going to say that I have made 2 trips to Walmart this year, and now I'm done. No more.
Well,
okay, don't expect me to go to Walmart anymore for anything.
I see you there on Black Friday.
Well, then, Ronnie, you need to have your eyes checked because your seeing is not very good. And if your optometrist can see into the future, then you're going to be wearing some rose-colored goggles. What the hell am I talking about? I don't even know.
I have been to Walmart for a Black Friday before, and I'll never do it again. It's absolutely insane. I was there at they opened at 8 or something, and I was in line at 6. It was cold. Not worth it. And everything. But of course, I was 100 people back. And so by the time I got in, I'm not even sure why I was there. I think I was there looking for a flat screen TV or something. But of course, by the time I got in, they were all gone.
This just in, Ronnie wins.
Oh, thank you.
Race is conceded by Lou.
Woo!
It wasn't.
That was a tough one.
I had 8 to either 4 or 5. I can't read it without glasses on. I can't read which one. But it's 8 to something.
Okay.
And it doesn't add up to 8 on the other side. That much I know.
Yeah,
All right. Congratulations.
I think Apple really pushed me. Well, and eBay, those are both good ones. Procter & Gamble, I think, was a desperation pick. I don't know.
I think I could have sold my team a little more if I'd have pushed the Amazon.
Yep. Boy, I can't fault you with Amazon.
Yeah.
In fact, I just bought something off Amazon yesterday. What did I buy? Oh, I bought a couple watch batteries. Yeah.
You're always buying watch batteries. Did you get the other email that I sent you?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
I want to do that at this point. Do you have it open?
Yeah. I don't have it open, but I have it memorized.
All right, good. Here's what I want to say. Ronnie and I have vowed that separately we would not be watching the NFL this season.
Yep.
Now, as if it weren't enough that I was kind of jonesing for NFL, both of the teams that I follow are on featured games in the last 2 weeks. And although the golf has been good, they don't do a lot of hitting. I guess they frown on that, Ronnie, in golf. Who knew?
What?
Yeah, you can't sack the guy with a 9-iron. Who knew?
Well, the Stanley Cup is on. There's
well, you can
there.
use a 9-iron. Yeah, if you disguise it right.
Plenty of hitting in the Stanley Cup
for sure. So anyway, where were we?
So we're not watching NFL football.
Right. And so with that in mind, I forgot where we were going. Oh, the story, please.
Yes. So the story is there's a guy, and it must be in Cleveland, I'm guessing. I didn't actually, so yes. I didn't memorize the story 100%.
It was in Cleveland.
But there's a guy driving down the road, and all of a sudden he feels this car pulling a little bit to the right. And so he pulls, and he's on Interstate 80. So he pulls over to the side of the road, and apparently his right front tire is completely gone. So you know what brand it was? It was a Maypop. You drive too far into Maypop.
I hate those things. They're not.
Those Maypops, they're no good.
You pay too much for them, and you never know what may happen.
So he's sitting on the side of the road. He doesn't have a jack, so he can't even change his own tire.
Oh.
When suddenly...
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, there's more. Suddenly, a car stops behind him, and a man gets out and offers to help him. And in fact, he has a jack, so they use his jack to, pick the guy's car up to change the tire. Guy apparently had a spare that wasn't by Maypop. But the car driver notices that the car behind him has Florida license plates.
Oh, right.
And so he asks him, what are you doing in Cleveland? Like, seriously, what is anybody doing in Cleveland? But wants to know what a guy from Florida is doing in Cleveland. And the guy says, I just got traded by the Jacksonville Jaguars to the Cleveland Browns. And so here I am. Now,
and the first thing he does, maybe,
is stop and help a guy change a tire.
Wow.
But first of all, how bad must you be to get traded off Jacksonville to Cleveland?
Ronnie.
And I know, I hate to put a negative spin on it, but I also saw that he got traded for a 5th-round draft pick in 2021.
Not why I sent you the article.
I had to put a negative spin on it. I just had to because of my anti-NFL stance this week. But I will
Oh,
tell
Ronnie.
you, the man was his name is Ronnie Harrison.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Unbelievably gracious of him to help somebody. It's dangerous.
Yeah.
It's unbelievably
You
dangerous
just don't
to
know.
change a tire on the roadway and to put his multi-million-dollar career in jeopardy to help a fellow human being. I'm going to give him props for that.
That's exactly why I wanted to tell the story on the show today. Okay. In as much as Ronnie and I have decided not to watch the NFL, there are side stories, backstories, if you will, where there are players that do the right thing, not because of publicity or because there's cameras watching, but
Right.
because it's the right damn thing to do.
Yeah.
And if I can shine a light on that and hold that up to part of the reason why Ronnie and I are not watching, then I'm going to do that because I'm not going to be a hypocrite and I want to show both sides of the story.
Right. Not everybody in the NFL, and I don't think it's players to a man. I don't think every player in the NFL is anti-American. I don't think everyone is anti-law enforcement. There are definitely some amazing players out there. There are people that still respect America and respect the American way, and what the founding fathers had envisioned for America to be. I'm all for that, and it's certainly true in every sport. In NBA, I'm also not watching any NBA, and for the same reasons. However, there are NBA players that are very pro law enforcement. Charles Barkley just came out last week and kind of threw down on BLM and the whole woke movement in the NBA. And Shaq, I don't know if you know this, but Shaq was, or maybe still is,
Yep.
a reserve police officer.
Yep.
He is also a very minor owner of the Sacramento Kings. He owns a small stake of the Sacramento Kings. And when I worked for the Kings, I worked in my sheriff's uniform. I had a dog with me. Opening night, this has been many years ago now, but opening night, about 8 deputies were standing side by side, kind of greeting people as they came in. And I see this mountain moving towards us, and it's Shaq.
Oh, my.
And Shaq started at one end of the line, and he worked his way down. He shook every one of our hands and said, "Thank you for your service." I was never a tremendous Shaq fan.
Which, might I interject at this point, was probably a huge delay to his schedule, wasn't it?
I'm sure that, he had other things that he could have been doing or should have been doing. And his handlers were probably not completely thrilled with him stopping right on the mezzanine level there at Sleep Train Arena.
Yeah.
Taking 8 deputies' hands,
right.
Just going down the line. But you know what? So again, I don't think it's every NFL player or every NBA player. I think it's the organization of the NFL and the organization of the NBA that needs to kind of rethink who pays their bills, because people are getting sick of it. I've seen the ratings. I watched some YouTube videos also, and people are, broadcasting their ratings, and they're awful, especially NBA. They're awful, which is kind of crazy because they're in their playoffs. So if you're not watching the NBA playoffs, then you're probably a little bit mad at the NBA like I am. So, Yep.
Well, hello. Hi there.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
We're not here really to get on a soapbox and talk about it one way or another, but obviously you got to address the elephant in the room.
Right.
And, to make a stand is not to necessarily get out and protest with signs.
Right.
To make a stand means that you do not watch a particular genre and in so doing not expose yourself to the commercialism that is a broadcast of a sporting event.
Right.
So you're not seeing the commercials that they're spending millions of dollars to put on TV. You're not seeing them. And at some point, you might say to yourself, well, it's just me. What difference does it make? Well, trust me, if it's just you, it's not. It's millions of people just like you who feel the same way.
Yeah.
And we're not looting.
We're not destroying other people's properties or businesses or
we're doing
putting their livelihood in danger.
The only thing that we can do that is effective is draw the line where the money is.
Right.
You ever want to change something, that's where to look first. You know, Sweet Lou's philosophy on life, which is very simple: always follow the money.
Yep. Well, and that's really what it comes down to. And so I'm kind of sticking to my guns. I thought I would go into withdrawals missing NFL. I played a lot of fantasy football. I'm not even playing fantasy football this year.
I was wondering about that, Ronnie.
Yeah, our league decided not to play out of respect, because it's hard to play fantasy football if you don't watch a few games here and there.
Sure.
So out of respect for our law enforcement, and that was my league is all law enforcement people. Actually, there's one fire department guy. But yeah, so we're not playing fantasy football. And I thought that, I would miss watching, because I would watch probably at least 3 games on a Sunday, not to mention probably one on a Thursday and then one again on a Monday. I was watching it at least 5 games every single week, and I'm watching 0.
Right.
And you know what? Hasn't changed my life one iota. So,
but wait, Ronnie, think about all the Toyota truck commercials you've missed.
Yeah. Yep. Not missing it. And you know what I watched the other day instead?
What? Oh, let me guess. Judge Judy.
Well, I watched a lot of that also. But I went online. So to get my NFL fix, I went to YouTube and I watched.
This is going to be good.
Oh, what the hell is it? Earl Campbell. I watched Earl Campbell's greatest plays of all time.
You mean Gallups?
Yes. That dude, god dang, he was amazing.
He was.
I think I'm just really drawn to big physical running backs. I loved Larry Zonka, Earl Campbell, Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare.
Right.
John Riggins, the Bus.
Anthony Dorsett.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I really do. I love just a physical, and there's nothing wrong with Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders' game was also on fire.
Oh, yeah.
But
and Gale Sayers just passed away.
I saw that. That's unbelievably sad. He was just in his 70s. So that's a big loss for the NFL.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I don't mean to change the subject abruptly, but I found something on here I wanted to address before we get too much further. It has been brought up that our wives should do either their own show or a show with us.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to let you go ahead and address this first briefly, and then I will follow up and be brief as well. Where do you stand, and where would your wife stand or sit in this case?
Yeah, I don't think it would be possible for my wife to be brief with anything. So it would turn into a 3-hour show.
We're pushing the limit already this morning.
A 3-hour show.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what? if they can figure out OBS, knock yourself out.
No, it's easy for you to say where you sit.
Yeah, that's true. I don't have to figure anything out.
Exactly.
I touch this button.
Right there. And there I am.
Yep. Oh, look, it's on.
All right, let's see.
Otis Magoo says Tom Rathman. Yes.
Oh, Vicky says, hey, I'm still here. I'm sorry, Vicky. I didn't mean to talk to you as if you weren't. I just...
Whoops.
I hadn't seen your name.
Yeah. Whoops. Oh, that's going to come back. Hopefully she forgets by the time she comes home.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and address this then, because though you and I both know our wives very well, I don't think we know each other's wives as well.
No.
Although, Tisha says my wife could fill in for Lou's time away.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Oh, that was to Ronnie. Okay, gotcha, Vicky. All right. Vicky, go ahead. What would you say to doing a show, or doing half a show, or doing a sit-in? Where would you stand on that? Because I'm going to tell you that there's no way that you're going to get both wives. My feeling is that, yes, Vicky would do it, but my wife really wants nothing to do with doing a show.
Really?
Really. Not even with several glasses of wine in her.
Oh, I don't know about that.
And you know, it could turn political very quickly.
Oh, Lord.
And I wouldn't want to wish that on anybody. So, let's see. Lady Vicky and Miss Teresa. Well, my wife watches the show every Sunday night, right around 5 o'clock, a rebroadcast of the show. And it's at the point in the show now where she goes, is this almost over? I think so. Yeah.
Well, I'm curious to get her actual response when she watches this live. So
okay.
Yeah, and Vicky says she'd need wine too. So, yeah. I'm not sure. My wife is actually, she's kind of shy initially. So she might have a tough time if she realizes there's millions of people watching, or dozens, whichever. She might have a hard time talking in this format. I'm not sure.
Yeah. You know, it's something completely different the first time that you Zoom with someone.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's very similar to FaceTime.
Yep.
You know, there's a couple of commercials that I got to talk about that I really am enjoying right now. One of them is the Geico commercial with the mom who's like in the condo in Palm Springs or Fort Lauderdale. And she's talking to the son who's running upstairs being chased, and there's a helicopter up there.
Oh, yes.
You know that commercial? She goes,
yes.
Your father's taking up, your father's cooking
sourdough bread.
Sourdough bread, even though he knows I like rye. He's being chased by men who want to kill him. His wife.
You know, your father did our DNA. We're related to Vikings.
We're Vikings. Yeah. Would you happen to remember the Wi-Fi password? I love that commercial.
She is so mom, and she's completely oblivious to anything he's saying.
Right.
Yeah. It doesn't matter because she's got her talking points that she wants to hit.
Right.
And she's going to get them out.
And of all the phone calls he had to answer while being chased.
Mom? That is a good one.
I love that commercial. And the other one that I like right now is, hold on, let me get, I'm smiling too much. I got to stop one. Drop the taco, get in the car.
Oh, yes. That's a Nissan commercial or something, isn't
it?
Yeah.
I love that girl that's driving the car. She's so cool. And I never in my lifetime, ever thought I would hear a commercial start with drop the taco.
You know what? And you know what the best commercials are? they're the commercials that after it runs, you go, who was that a commercial for? What I know, it was such a good commercial. I can't honestly even remember what brand they're promoting.
Yeah, I don't know.
And although I'm not going to watch the Super Bowl, I will miss the commercials. However, the day after the Super Bowl, all those commercials will be aired. And so no harm, no foul, no loss.
If I'm not mistaken, at some point, somebody strings them all together in like a, what do you call that? Something list, playlist.
Yes. Yeah. There'll be something on YouTube with the top 10 best Super Bowl commercials.
Mm-hmm.
So Otis is saying have the ladies on with Marvel Gaze and Terry Scant.
Have who on? The ladies?
Yeah.
Oh, for a roundtable discussion. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, as long as Teresa knows, I'm going to need to borrow that dress again.
You know what? Your secret's safe with me, Ron. I told Teresa to tell you that when it comes to that dress. You don't know how many times I had to, when I had it hanging on the hook in the back seat of my car.
Yeah.
How many times I had to explain why I had a green dress in my car. Oh, believe me, I tell the person, you don't want to know.
It's also a difficult conversation with your grandson.
Good point.
Yeah. Papa, why do you have grandma's dress?
Someday you'll know, son. All right.
Well, I think we may have run the gamut.
I'm with you. That hurt my
really
stomach.
Kind of crescendoed there the last 5-10 minutes.
Yeah. Talk about busting a gut. All right. Okay, so let's see. Let's just check real quick. Salty Dog says, too funny. Yeah.
Yeah. Christine's saying she wants a wives show.
Okay.
That's what they could call it. They could call it Wives Live.
50-50 hour. 50-50 hour choice. First 30 minutes, his choice. Last 30 minutes, ladies go first.
Oh. Well, then maybe at the end of 6 weeks, we have a death match and we put the two shows up against each other and see which has the most following.
I'll tell you what. I have some thoughts on that. Let's try to convince my wife to come on for 2 minutes first. And then we'll see about a 5 week or 6 week.
Yeah.
The likelihood is not good. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
And
also,
just to make sure that I'm clear on this has absolutely nothing to do with your lovely wife, Vicky.
Oh, no.
No, it's nothing. It's not like it's personal or anything like that. It's just Teresa is not one of those in front of the camera people.
Yeah. I'm not sure this would be in her wheelhouse either, honestly.
Yeah. And why would we want to wish that on our wives to sit here for an hour and discuss?
Yeah. When she could be vacuuming or doing the dishes or something.
Ironing. Laundry.
I'm so happy she's not here next to me to.
Oh, shirts aren't going to iron themselves, Ronnie.
Yeah. Yep.
All
right. So it's out there. We said it.
Okay. Let's see. Will no politics. Don't forget to like the show. Yeah, that's really important,
Melanie. Good call.
Yeah, thank you very much. And subscribe to the show as well. It's really easy to do. You just click the dang button.
Yeah, that's right there.
And I'm pretty sure that when you do that, you get a notification each time that a new show comes up.
Yes.
And if that weren't enough, we try to remain consistent in that we do a show every Sunday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time.
Yep.
And I'm telling you right now that we're coming down to the wire on this surgery thing, so I don't have a lot more details, and I don't want to make a big thing out of it. So when we're not on the air for a while, you'll know why that is.
Right.
I won't be able to just go on the air and say, hey, we can't go on the air.
Well, maybe they could set up your computer so it's lying over your bed facing down. And
seems to me
we'll get you a nice background.
It would seem to me with the pain I'm anticipating, that would be lovely.
Some people are into that, so just saying. Might be one of our biggest shows.
And I think to myself, you're afraid to get a tattoo because of the pain. Instead, I'm going to have neck surgery.
Yeah. So there's that.
Which is nice.
Yeah. Well, my daughter just gave birth, so that's also pretty painful, I'm told. But she's a trooper, so
yeah,
she did it.
That's an amazing thought in and of itself.
Yeah. So, and I'll tell you a story I told my daughter about, because she was apprehensive. I don't think she realized how strong she really was. She was a little apprehensive about the pain level that was going to be involved going into this. And I told her, look, I've heard it said that it would be like for a man getting kicked square in the balls. And I go, honestly, I don't think it's that as bad as that, because you oftentimes hear women say, that wasn't so bad. I think I'll have another kid. But you never hear a man say, that wasn't so bad. I think I'll have somebody else kick me in the balls.
Yeah.
Never been said. Maybe Steve-O from Jackass. I don't know. Maybe.
Or any of the guys on that staff.
Or any guy from Jackass. But
I was always taught to be a bit more protective of that area. But with all the pranking that takes place nowadays.
Yeah.
Sure. Please, sir. Can I have some more?
One more. Just square. Try to hit the left one a little bit more this time. You really kind of glanced off of it last time.
All right. So for next Sunday morning, provided we are with you, I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. Okay. I want to talk about Tuesday's debate. And one of the things that I want to be watching for is, will Biden have an earpiece?
Oh, if somebody's feeding him info, they should pat him down. Yeah, because I want to hear what both candidates truly have to think and have to say. If you've got somebody feeding you information, I don't think that's as accurate.
Yeah. Seems completely wrong. What do you have? What Otis says here at the bottom of our comments?
It says, if you want to binge watch something, subscribe and watch M.A.S.S from the beginning. I did thank you and Ronnie and Lou. Oh, he did. Oh, he watched it. So he's seen our shows from the boat.
500 shows Otis has watched.
Holy crap. Well, I'm so glad we're not paying people $1 a show to watch anymore.
This is not something I was aware of. What you talking about, Willis?
It comes out of the show budget.
Oh yeah, the show's budget.
Yeah, yep.
Okay. All right, well, we better get out of here, Ron.
Yeah, we're over.
Okay. Let's see. Our email addresses have gone by the screen along with our Facebook page. We love getting your messages and your posts on Facebook. Ronnie and I both get those.
Yep.
Let's see. What else? Baseball playoffs coming up. We'll be talking about that shortly. There's a word that I want to discuss, perhaps maybe on next Saturday's show, and it's what is it? You don't know?
Repertoire?
Well, how would you expect me to know? Relevance.
Relevance.
I want to talk about relevance.
Are those the people that are like your uncle and your cousin and stuff?
That live in the house you own, like tenants?
Yeah. Yeah. Are those your relevance?
Yeah, those are relevance. In New York, those are the people you hear in the back going, "Hey, Tony, how about you come down here with some macaroni and cheese already? Hey." All right.
Forget about it.
You know what, sir? You forget about it. Just like that. Forget about it.
Forget about it.
Oh, you, sir, forget about it.
How you doing? How you doing?
Excuse me, Joey? I love in scenes where they're talking about him saying, "How you doing?"
Yeah.
Where a girl actually walks into the scene and he turns to her and goes, "How you doing?" And they go, "Hey."
Joey doesn't get it. He doesn't. It's over his head.
Yeah. I think I've watched every episode of Friends now.
I've said that many times, but yet I'll watch a rerun and it's like, oh, I think I've missed this one.
I'm at a point now where I see one and I go, I've seen this episode, but I must have just missed this part.
That's possible too.
Or you went to get a soda or something.
Right. Or you went to the bathroom and yeah.
Yeah. All right, Ronnie. Let's see. So you're still home by yourself.
Yep.
The wife is coming home when?
Well, I got dogs here, so I'm not by myself.
Right.
I'm not sure when she's coming home. She may not. She's helping the kids with Hazel, our granddaughter. She's just picking up the slack. Yesterday, she sent me a picture of the baby sleeping in her arms. And then she sent me a second picture of my daughter sleeping on the couch. So, and this is like at about 11 a.m. So obviously it's exhausting to have a newborn baby.
Well, I don't want to sound like Mr. Know-It-All, but I will tell you that one of the things I reminded you is that mom sleeps when baby sleeps.
Yes. Yep. Good call.
Yeah, and it's a good thing when you just have the one baby. Throw a second baby in there and you want sleep, forget about it. All right, well, good. It sounds like Vicky's doing a great job in helping Jessica.
Yep.
All right. Keep us posted on that. And we may or may not see you next Sunday. We'll see how that goes.
Yep.
I'm trying not to take any heavy pain medication right now. I'm just trying to do this with like a Tylenol. Yeah. All right. Enough about that. Okay.
Yep.
So have yourself a great Sunday and a great next week. And you can always reach us 24/7, 365. Tisha says, great show.
Tell Matt we missed him.
Yeah, please do. We're sorry we missed Matt this morning. Otis says, yes, you do, Lou. I made that comment about just how good your show really was. Have a great day, guys. Otis, thank you very much, Otis.
Otis out.
All right. I'm Lou Gallagher.
I'm Corvette Ronnie.
We're going to see if we can get this closed right. Now, Ronnie, just don't say anything.
I'm going to balance this coronavirus on my finger.
Yeah, I was going to point that out. You should be wearing a mask.
And then I'm going to spin it. Oops. There we go. There it is.
Who do you think you are, Curly? Meadowlark Lemon?
This would be a good time to close. I'll balance both of them right here.
All right, I'm going to close.
Okay.
Now be quiet. Okay?
Okay.
Let's see. Where do I stop? Oh, I stopped this one.
Uh-oh.
Wait. No. Get
Oh,
it back
it's not over? Oh.
No, it's not over. Okay, here we go. And get your right hand a little closer to you. There you go.
There we go.
Here we
All
go.
right.
Goodbye, everybody.